This was retweeted by Christina Hype. You should be following her at Christina Hype. This was an article by Watcher.guru. Can Pulsechain rise 14,000x after launch? Richard Hart explains. Can Pulsechain deliver a price rise of 14,000x after launch and replicate Hex's success in indices? Here's what Richard Hart estimates. Ooh, Richard Hart, he's got a pretty good track record, so to say the least. But rumors are circling that Pulsechain Testnet v3 is all set to be launched sometime in February 2023. Hex founder Richard Hart confirmed in a recent interview with influencer Maddie Allen that the software development on Pulsechain is going really great. During a recent Q&A, a user asked Hart if he can give out a price expectation for PLS. Hart revealed that he does not provide price predictions, but eventually went ahead stating that what could happen after launch. Hart previously predicted that Hex could do a 10,000x, and his prediction turned out to be accurate. The cryptocurrency tycoon now forecasts that Pulsechain could do a 14,000x, similar to how Ethereum did a 14,000x in the indices. I don't make price predictions, but I will tell you that I'm going to make a price prediction. What could be possible, said Hart, and continued. When I said that Hex was designed to do a 10,000x when it was invented, it was because I thought of what Ethereum did. Ethereum did a 10,000x, so it was a reasonable estimate of what was possible. He added, well, if Ethereum did a 14,000x, which it has so far, why can't something that's better? So I think a 14,000x is a reasonable estimate for what could be possible for Pulsechain, Hart forecasted. You can watch Hart's estimations for Pulsechain post-launch in the video below. Retweeted by KDP Crypto, so that's awesome. Also, surprisingly, 99% of Richard Hart's predictions have turned out to be true. Many in the cryptocurrency sphere label Hart as a time traveler who foresees damage beforehand. You can read most of his predictions, what turn out to be accurate here. So there you go. Pulsechain is yet to launch, therefore there's no possible data to predict its run in the indices. Also, considering that the global economy is on the verge of a recession, the bear market could stunt PLS growth. The markets are not in favor of a bull run, and leading cryptocurrencies could retrace in price after a rally. Whether Pulse could do a 14,000x or not, only time will tell. I agree with that statement. But Richard Hart, he has a pretty good track record. And he said Hex could do a 10,000x in under 2 years. And it did. I think it did it in 1.8. So he's saying that Pulsechain could do 14,000x. And it might. He's also saying that Bitcoin could go to 11K. And it might, even though I think it's not, but still. So that's interesting. It's also interesting that Watcher.guru has been frequently covering Pulsechain and Hex because Hex is emerging. I'm saying it is emerging as one of the prominent cryptocurrencies. And a big reason for that is because most other cryptocurrencies are dead. So just the fact that the community is able to stay intact and afloat during a bear market is a good indicator of solid future price performance, in my opinion, not financial advice. And the proof that, things are happening, and it is one of the only communities around, is because it's being covered by Watcher.guru, which has over 1 million followers on Twitter. It's frequently, being covered by mainstream people because it is the happening place. So I think that is good. Whether or not it does a 14,000x or a 4,000x or 1,000x, I'll be very happy. But I think all this hype and the progress that we've been having with hexagons on the TikToks and YouTube shorts, I think we're going to do very well. I think if you're in Hex, Pulsechain, or PulseX, I personally believe that it's going to be a fun bull market, to say the least. But yeah, that's it for the article. I guess we'll look at the chats and super chats and see what you guys are saying. If you guys have any questions or anything, before we do that, though, just a reminder that you too can book a free one-on-one today with me at furufinance.com. It's free. So do it today. Do it today. Link is in the description. Um, Also, if you become a Patreon, you get some cool access and benefits. So go click the Patreon membership over there if you haven't, and support me. But yeah, that's really it for the news, Pulse Chain news and talk. Give it a retweet. Pulse Chain testnet v3 is close. Saying it's close. With the imminent launch, we could very well see a brand new complete interface overhaul for Pulsechain and PulseX, well over 650 staking validators, Pulse and PulseX sacrifice balance updated, finalized. A new wallet to rival MetaMask. Yeah, we could see all those things. And it's close. It's close. It's all everyone's talking about. So, I mean, feels close. But the new wallet, I think the new wallet's going to wait until we're well into the bull market, and then people could sacrifice more money. Right now, you're not going to be able to raise a lot of money with a sacrifice. I mean, the sacrifice definitely won't bring in a lot of cash in comparison to when prices of crypto are at considerably higher levels. So I don't think we're going to see that soon. And MetaMask does work, although people have problems with it. It kind of works pretty well. But we're probably going to see testnet v3 soon. And by soon, probably within a month. But it feels like it's never going to happen, okay? But yeah, I think it's close. It's close. But yeah, what do you guys think about that? Before we go to the next story, you could check out the chat. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to leave a super chat if you're feeling up to it. But Hex Live says, love the stream. Thank you. I love you. Was scrambling to get money in last May when Pulsechain was supposed to launch. This delay has been a blessing. I agree. I so agree. It has been a blessing. And I've been able to really move up the rankings as a T shareholder and as a Hex holder, which would not have happened. Let's say, like, maybe it would. I don't know. I don't know if we would have gotten such low prices for Hex as 1.7 cents. Maybe we would have went down to 6 or 7. Who knows? But that has been good. Been loading up, getting ready for launch. Bags are stacked, ready to go. Yes. 100%. Like, people are complaining, but if you just look at the big picture, things have worked out very well for everyone. I'm saying, if you're not a whale already, if you didn't stack up on Hex when it just came out, and you don't have T shares coming out the wazoo, where like you're at the point where, you don't even need to buy Pulsechain. You sacrifice a ton for PulseX. You have a ton of money and you have a ton of Hex. You should not be complaining about the delay, because it's done most people very well if they double down. If they got suckered into buying other coins that are probably not going to do well, then it may be a problem, the launch delay, because I think the launch delay led to a lot of people going in on these meme coins and these copycat coins and like these just coins that were building on Pulsechain and things like that. So I think a lot of people may have gotten wrecked like that. But hey, maybe they'll do better. I don't think they will, though. But if you were able to double down on your Hex and your USDC in preparation for the Pulsechain and not while avoiding the shiny object syndrome, it's worked out very well for you, in my opinion. Not financial advice, but yeah, shout out to you, Metastain. And Bit Finesse says, I noticed my mind put up little resistance to all narratives that end in then new all-time highs. Yeah, right. It's true. We all want those new all-time highs. I think, in my non-financial advice opinion, I think new all-time highs into 2023, beginning 2024. Fair, but are we going down to a cent? Hard for me to imagine. Hard for me to imagine. But yeah.